Unlocking Divine Wisdom, Kenneth E. Hagin's Path to Self-Discovery. Imagine a man who was once lost in the labyrinth of his own mind, searching for answers that seemed elusive and unreachable. Kenneth E. Hagin, a name that resonates deeply within the hearts of believers and seekers alike, was that man. His journey from despair to divine wisdom is a testament to the power of self-discovery and the guidance of God. Let me tell you this: if you're ever feeling lost, stuck, or unsure about your path, Kenneth Hagin's story offers a beacon of hope and direction. You might be wondering, how did he find his way? Here's something you should know. Kenneth Hagin's life was marked by a series of profound transformations that began during a time of intense personal struggle. Born into a family of pastors, Kenneth had inherited a deep-seated faith, but his early years were marred by confusion and disillusionment. He found himself questioning everything he believed, including the very foundation of his faith. It was during these dark times that he encountered the true essence of his calling: to seek and discover the divine wisdom that could illuminate his life and guide him through the darkest of nights. Here's a poignant example from Kenneth's journey. In one of his early sermons, he spoke candidly about his struggles, saying, "I was lost, truly lost, in a maze of my own making. I had spent years trying to navigate life's complexities based on what I thought I knew, but it all felt so wrong. That was until I decided to take a different path." This decision led him to seek out mentors and teachers who could offer deeper insight into the scriptures and the teachings of Jesus Christ. Here's where the journey truly began. One of the first significant influences on Kenneth's path to self-discovery was his mentor, Dr. Robert H. Schuller. Under Dr. Schuller's guidance, Kenneth delved into the depths of spiritual literature, exploring texts that were both familiar and new to him. But it wasn't just the knowledge that intrigued him. It was the transformative power of those words that resonated with him. Dr. Schuller encouraged Kenneth to study the Bible with a critical yet open-minded eye, to question everything, and to listen to the voice of God within him. This period of intense study and reflection was a pivotal moment in Kenneth's life. He realized that the answers to his deepest questions lay not in external authorities, but in his own heart and the Word of God. It was a revelation that would shape his entire approach to ministry and teaching. As Kenneth delved deeper into the scriptures, he began to see patterns, connections, and a unified message that transcended cultural and linguistic barriers. He started to understand that the teachings of Jesus were not just historical facts, but living principles that could be applied to every aspect of life. The journey to self-discovery was not without its challenges. Kenneth faced numerous setbacks and doubts along the way. There were moments when he questioned whether he was truly following God's will, when he felt overwhelmed by the weight of responsibility, and when he struggled to reconcile the contradictions he found within the scriptures. Yet, it was these very doubts and struggles that pushed him closer to the truth. As he wrote later, "It was during the darkest hours that I discovered the light." One of the most memorable instances of Kenneth's growth came when he encountered a passage in the Bible that seemed to contradict his understanding of God's love and justice. In his book, The Bible Speaks Today, he recounts how he was confronted with the parable of the prodigal son. Initially, he saw this story as a tale of redemption, but upon further reflection, he realized that it was also a mirror reflecting his own life. The elder brother's anger and resentment towards the younger brother mirrored his own feelings of judgment and disappointment. This realization was a turning point for Kenneth, as it forced him to confront his own biases and prejudices. As Kenneth continued his journey, he began to share his newfound insights with others. He started preaching at small churches and eventually became a prominent speaker and author. but his impact extended far beyond his public appearances. Kenneth's passion for self-discovery and his commitment to helping others find their own paths inspired countless individuals to embark on their own journeys of discovery. He believed that everyone had a unique calling, and that the key to fulfillment was discovering and embracing it. Kenneth's teachings emphasized the importance of listening to the inner voice and trusting in God's plan. He often shared stories of people who had experienced dramatic changes in their lives after opening themselves up to God's guidance. One such person was a woman named Mary, whom Kenneth met while she was struggling with infertility. Through prayer and meditation, Mary discovered that her circumstances were part of God's larger plan for her. She began to see her situation not as a tragedy, but as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Within months, she conceived a healthy baby girl. Mary's story serves as a powerful reminder that self-discovery is not just about finding answers, but about embracing the unknown and trusting in the process. Kenneth taught that the road to self-discovery is fraught with uncertainties and setbacks, but it is also filled with opportunities for growth and healing. He believed that the journey itself is the destination, and that each step taken along the way brings us closer to our true selves. In his book, Divine Healing, Kenneth writes about the importance of surrendering to God's will. He says, "God does not ask us to do things we cannot do. He asks us to do things we cannot ask ourselves to do." This principle applies to every aspect of our lives, including our relationships, careers, and personal growth. Kenneth's life was a testament to this belief, as he consistently demonstrated his willingness to trust in God's plan, even when it meant stepping outside of his comfort zone. One of the most inspiring aspects of Kenneth's journey is his unwavering commitment to serving others. Despite his own struggles and challenges, he remained focused on sharing his insights and encouraging others to discover their own paths. He established organizations like the Kenneth Hagin Ministries and the Kenneth Hagin Institute, which provided resources and support to thousands of people around the world. Through his work, Kenneth sought to create a community of learners and seekers who could draw strength and inspiration from one another. In his later years, Kenneth reflected on his life and his journey, acknowledging the role that God played in guiding him. He wrote, "I have come to realize that my path was not a solitary one. God was always with me, guiding me and supporting me every step of the way." This realization underscored the importance of recognizing the divine presence in our lives and cultivating a deeper relationship with God. Kenneth's life teaches us that we are never truly alone, no matter how isolated or lost we may feel. As we reflect on Kenneth Hagin's journey, let us be inspired by his courage, perseverance, and unwavering faith. His story reminds us that self-discovery is a lifelong pursuit, and that the greatest discoveries often come when we least expect them. Kenneth's legacy is a powerful reminder that the path to divine wisdom is not linear, but rather a winding road filled with twists and turns. But it is precisely these obstacles that make the journey worthwhile, as they push us to grow, learn, and ultimately find our true purpose. In closing, let me encourage you to embark on your own journey of self-discovery. Embrace the uncertainty and discomfort that come with exploring new ideas and perspectives. Trust in the process, even when it feels overwhelming. And most importantly, keep an open heart and mind, ready to receive the wisdom and guidance that God has for you. Remember, the divine wisdom you seek is already within you, waiting to be unlocked. So let us begin our journey together, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead, knowing that with God's help, we can overcome anything.